Hello, my lovely friends. It's Monday, December 14th, and I need to say to you, Happy New Year, because that's what it is today in the Indigenous calendar. It is Happy New Year. Why? It's the closest new moon to winter solstice, which actually occurs a week today. So we're in an unusual year because normally we would have a 13th moon, but we didn't. We're coming from the time of the 12th moon, and the shift happens up here. So we're within like less than a week, really, from winter solstice. So for this odd year, and it happens every 4 or 5 years, we miss the 13th moon. And that 13th moon, the grandmother becomes her vision. Well, we don't want to become the vision of 2020. At least I don't, thank you very much. After the year we've had with the pandemic and elections and crisis in race and all these things, we don't want to become that vision. We don't want to collapse the world, as it were, in that way. We do want to collapse the paradigms that we've had. So we're jumping right up as if we are here, winter solstice. And just so everybody knows, we are having a special live event next week at 7 p.m. on Monday, December 21st. We have a special guest, and one of our elders, Del Haskell, is joining us. And we're going to be doing live ceremony and hope that you can join us. We'll be sending instructions out about how to join our live event. But suffice to say, it's howling outside. There's snow and sleet and wild winds and blizzardy-like stuff. And that's exactly what is heralded with this first moon of 2021. I haven't even yet spoken about today as new moon being one with a solar eclipse in perigee. So as I pulled the cards for today, I'm struck by the message from the ancestors. And I'm asking that you just hold the teachings and the lessons for today for just this week until we meet again in a week. Because this is a very pertinent, important day to ritualize. In fact, this whole week is. So if you didn't have a chance on the weekend to set your intentions for 2021, because it kind of snuck up on us, not everybody is expecting this being New Year's Day today. You've got a whole week to set your intentions and to focus on where you want to go. So let's talk about who the grandmother is that we're celebrating today. And her name is Talks with Relations. And of course, going into the holiday season, in fact, we would be celebrating with family and friends. It's harder to celebrate with extended family this year, but we can still have those we care about over for the holidays, however you celebrate that. There are many, many, many different cultural traditions over this time. We've already had Hanukkah start, and there are many traditions happening. But in a perfect year, this would have started on the 19th, not the 14th. Because solstice can be as early as the 19th. In previous centuries, it has happened as early as the 17th and 18th, but not in recent times. So the name of this moon cycle is Snow and Blizzard Moon. The totem and the clan for this time is Wolf. The beginnings of this time will be on winter solstice, will be white buffalo. the keeper of all things spiritual and all things, in harmony with the heart and spirit that we carry. Buffalo, generally speaking, is known as the great provider. When a buffalo was culled by a community, great ceremony was done, thanking the spirit of the buffalo for giving its life over, and everything was used, every bone, every tendon, every sinew, the hide, the meat, even the brain, as I've talked about in the past, used for tanning hides. The buffalo was there to meet our needs and make sure that we didn't suffer through the winter. White buffalo is a specific munido, and this munido is about our spiritual connection. For when we have walked the wheel from childhood, young, active adult, mature adult, and senior, we are thinking about endings and beginnings. So this is a reflective time, and our spirit with White Buffalo is talking to us about reflecting. So I'm reflecting a little bit on the end of 2020, and not, of course, it's not ending on the Gregorian calendar for a couple of weeks, but the spiritual ending of 2020 is well in sight, and it does, according to this moon cycle. That moon cycle ends today, so we're thinking about that moon cycle. And the chakra that's associated with the first moon cycle is the brow, or the third eye, ajna, whatever name you choose to call it. So it's our center of connection to source. It's our center of connection to spirit, to creator, to the great mystery, the all that is, whatever you want to call that consciousness that permeates everything. The plant for this moon cycle is echinacea, and echinacea, as we know, is for immune building and healing. The part of the field that we are shifting from is from the mental part of the field to the spiritual. And the element for this moon cycle is air. And it's about thought. So this grandmother talks with relations is a beautiful spirit. And I will dig out my sheets here and read you a little bit about this grandmother. So talks with relations is the mother of nature, the keeper of rhythm, weather, and the seasons, guardian of the languages of the trees, stones, and creatures. She is the maker of relatives, the keeper of Earth's needs, mother of the planetary family. She teaches us how to understand the unspoken languages of nature, kinship in all life forms, and how to enter the sacred space of others with respect, how to honor cycles, rhythms, and changes of the seasons and weather, how to meld with the life force and rhythms in all dimensions, learning the truths of each dimension. Gotta grab the rest of it here. She teaches us how to learn with the truth. So we have options. We have options when we get together with our families or friends and loved ones this coming holiday season. Lots of options about how we interact with each other, and choosing not to let old tapes and loops color our communication. Not to let the stories of when we were 12 and 13 and Billy broke my fire truck cause havoc in people who are 30, 40, 50 or more years old. We have ways of changing, and we are being forced to change in our communication this year. So I've pulled cards, and these cards, my intention as I pulled them was to pull just for this week. Normally, if I do a new moon reading, it's for 2 weeks, but we're going to get together and have a Lollapalooza time on the 21st, hopefully, with our other elder Dell. So I didn't do specifically a medicine wheel spread, and this week I pulled in some angel cards. And just so you understand where I'm coming with the angel cards, angels are trans-theological and pan-cultural. So there are societies who understand winged harbingers from the stars, and we know that our ancestors were in the stars. From the stars we are born, to the stars we shall return. And in our culture, the angels are the embodiments of those stars with wings, like the bird totems. So I brought in some angels to talk to us about what it is we have to be on top of. And so I will give you the cards as I've pulled them. So the very first card I pulled today was the Gaia card. It's an expectant mother reaching toward the moon. Perfect expression of reaching for this moon. She is gestating. This isn't a baby figure in her abdomen. She's waiting. She's here and now. And that's the point of the card. It's the Gaia, the all that is, the here and now. We are to just be in this moment. So that's the anchor card for the Judith Pintar deck for this reading. And what it tells us is this card with geese. This is transformation. And transformation in the South tells us that whatever we seed, the seed we thoughts, like seeding clouds to make them rain, whatever seed thoughts, whatever we put into practice in our mind in terms of manifestation right now, today, that's going to come to fruition by the South. So this is the south of the wheel, June 21st usually to September 21st. So know that the thoughts and everything you ask to create will be manifested by the summer. What are we manifesting? We're manifesting things that we begin to see in the east of the wheel in the spring and early summer. This is new growth. This is the animals. This is the blossoming. This is the connection with not just nature, although this looks like a card, but this is with Turtle Mother. This is with everybody. This is very appropriate for talks with relations right now. So it's about blossoming and extending and changing or evolving the nature of us. How do we do that? By connecting with Great Spirit. Great Spirit is the keeper, the incarnation. We do this through ceremony and ritual. Pretty clear message. Couldn't have made it clearer myself. So, in terms of some of the other cards that have been pulled, I asked, how do we as individuals, what do we look to do? And I got the Fool card, which in this case, this is from the Naked Heart Tarot, is a unicorn. It's the childlike beginning of an adventure with a beginner's mind. A beginner's mind has no fear. It has joy. But this was in protection, meaning in reverse. So what it means is to not let fear stop us from moving forward. To not let the pandemic or the sense or the fear of isolation, no fear. We are a Zoom meeting away from friends. We are a phone call. We are an email, we are a text. Begin this adventure. Know that this day, this New Year's Day, is a new adventure. We have a full year to rewrite this story. Who is walking with us on this new year? This is a beautiful card. This is the Heart of Wands. Heart of Wands in the old tarot would be the Queen of Wands. So this is a mother fox, and a mother fox telling us that we have that fire in the belly. It's the fire element. And that's so important that we need to become excited. Again, we need to take that beginner's mind and know that we are supported in co-creation. With whom? With the Great Spirit. What do we need to be cautious of in this week? This is the Five of Cups, a blue, cold heart. Cups are emotion. It's the water element. What the protection mode says is don't let old ways of thinking, old sadnesses, old regrets, old memories color how you move into this beautiful, freaking good new year. Whoopee, guys. Don't let old ways of thinking impact you. What kinds of Western astrology concepts do we bring into here? I wasn't necessarily going to do this, but Spirit urged me to. We're getting the Grand Trine, which is blessings. Good. We all need to know that the Creator is looking for us. Why do we need that? Because toward the end of December, we're moving into Capricorn, which is the card of January, which we think of as the new year. It's actually the 10th house in astrology, but it's the I use. What are we using? The things that we create with. So we're going to take this winter, and winter for Indigenous people is the time that we fix our ritual objects, our sacred objects, we make our drums, we repair our regalia, that sort of thing. So this is a time to create. I use what I know, what I have, and I fix that which is needing my attention. And I shake my head sometimes. What else is impacting us today? Solar eclipse. Well, of course, that's what it is today, a solar eclipse. What does that mean? Revolution. Revolution within our spirit, our body, our mind, our body, our emotions, our mind, and our spirit. But in our selfhood, in our family, in our community, and in our world. Revolution not as in combat, but as in gathering together collectively in a new paradigm. I'm just gobsmacked, as the Brits would say, with this stuff. I asked for 3 cards, which again I pulled from the Pintar deck. What do we have to be careful of? Not moving too quickly. Not moving too quickly or with ill thought, but rather stillness. If tears come, let them flow. There's something like 70 chemicals in tears. But this is a card of the West. So we're coming out of the West into the North. It's a card of stillness, grabbing the thunder, grabbing the emotion that you have, being still with it and purging it. What comes of it? Why, in the North, transformation. Waves are constantly creating transformation. This is the waters. This is the emotion. This is cups. And finally, we come back. These 2 cards were pulled at the same time from the Pintar deck. This is right back to Great Spirit. It's almost the identical card. Great Spirit ends that draw. And this is about knowing that if we do our rituals, we create transformation. Nobody's going to do our rituals for us. We have to. We have to define what's going to make 2021 and these next 13 moon cycles evolve us into a way of letting go, thanking the pandemic for whatever it's taught us and whatever it's done to heal the earth and to shift our concepts as a society. So the angels, I love this, 10 of Swords, and it's in endings. Damn straight, we're ending 2020 effectively today with this beginning of the new moon. So this is about not regretting the endings. Life is cycles, cycles within cycles, wheels within wheels. The cycles of the day, the week, the month, the year, childhood, young adult, whole of life. Just know that this crap, and I'll say shit if my mouth is full of it, this crap that we've endured through 2020 is coming to an end. Know it, own it, don't fear that it won't. Why? Because we have the angel of hope represented by the star card. The angel of hope. Can't ask for better than that. In fact, we have Metatron involved in that card. And finally, I asked when I pulled the cards what other angels could help us with this New Year's Day. And I got the Lover's card, the angels of commitment. So you invoke these. Invoke your own angel of hope. Invoke your own angels of commitment. And do your rituals. Do these rituals. And commit to how you want to manifest, because Einstein said something about if you do the same thing over and over again expecting a different outcome, that's insanity. Colette Baron-Reid says, if you do what you did, you get what you got. Same old, same old. We don't want same old. Sure as hell we don't want same old this year. So let's go with putting your thoughts on paper, make a gratitude journal, be thankful for what you have and enjoy and want to keep having going on in your life, and let go of that which doesn't, and do the rituals, okay? Make your bundles. I will thank you and bless you all, and wish I could have put a little party hat on my bun for New Year's Day, but I didn't. And we'll see you in a week with Del and Brian doing ceremony. Miigwech, Nyawen, Aho.